Hi everyone, I'm Deirdre Cartmill and I'm the Monaghan County Library's writer in residence. Welcome to this, the first of a new series of videos called The Writer's Room. And the idea behind this series is to give you an insight into what it's really like behind the scenes as a writer. And today I'm recording in my writing room, which is full of books and notebooks and bits of paper and pens and trinkets and little things that make me smile. So you can see why I don't usually record in here, because it's a bit of a mess, but it's my beautiful mess. And I suppose the idea behind this series of videos was I was thinking back to when I started to write. And I remember reading all these books on writing, and the writers seem to have a lovely routine where they get up in the morning, they'd write till 2 o'clock, and then they'd be able to take the rest of the day off to go for a lovely walk, to feed the well, to be inspired again and start again the next day. Well, I've certainly found that life these days is not like that at all. As a writer, you're always juggling several different things at one time, and it's actually hard, even as a full-time writer, to find the time to actually write. So for example, at the minute I'm writing two different things. I'm writing my 4th collection of poetry, which is not going so well, finding it very hard to be inspired, and I'll talk more about that next week. And at the same time, I'm actually writing a self-help book, a spiritual guidebook on my journey since having 2 heart attacks in a week at 43. That, on the other hand, is flying. I'm so inspired. I can't keep up with my inspiration. I have a pile of papers beside my laptop to put onto the PC when I get the chance to. So I try and do a bit of writing in each of those every day, but that doesn't even always happen, because there's the other side of being a writer, which means trying to get your work out into the world. So at the moment I'm sending my 3rd collection out to publishers, so that takes time to prepare, to do the letters, to send it all out. I'm also sending out the book proposal for the self-help book out to agents, which again takes a lot of time. Everybody wants something a little bit different, and that work has to be done. There's a 3rd book I'm working on, which I know is not really suitable for a publisher, so I'm going to self-publish it myself. But that means I'm doing the proofreading, I'm working with the designer, I'm working with the printer, I'm doing everything myself. So that's something else, another writing project that's going on. And with all these, especially with the self-help books, the publishers want to see a platform, they want to see a following on social media. So I'm doing posts on social media, I'm doing videos for my social media, I'm writing a newsletter every week. So that all takes up time and creativity from yourself as well. So just on the writing front, I'm trying to balance all those projects at any one time. And unfortunately at the minute, none of those projects are making me any money. Nobody's paying me to do all that work. That's a complete labour of love. So I make my money by doing workshops, by doing one-to-one mentoring, by doing meditations, and by doing things like this, the writer in residence with Monaghan County Libraries. So that all has to be factored into our writing life as well. I'm going to think around all my writing friends, many who are very successful, won awards, published many books, and they're all juggling these several different careers at once, as well as trying to find the time to write. So I'd say wherever you are, don't be waiting until you've got the time to write, until you've left the job to start to write. Wherever you are right now, carve out time to write. Because even though in theory I'm a full-time writer, I still have to carve out that time every day, make sure I grab that time every day to write. And sometimes I think I was writing as much whenever I was working full-time in other jobs as I do now. So don't put your writing life off until you are a full-time writer. Wherever you are right now, whatever your circumstances are, just jump in and start writing. As part of this series of videos, I also hope to answer some of your questions. So I'm hoping you'll send me questions every week as well, and I'll pick 2 or 3 of those to answer each week if I can. One of the questions I received is, should I write a book? And this person had been writing little anecdotes, funny anecdotes that their friends were really enjoying, and somebody had suggested write a book. And my answer to that is, are you really passionate about writing this book? Is there an ache inside you that's yearning to write? Do you wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it? When you're with friends and partners, is this book in the back of your head just crying out to be written? Because you need to have that passion and that ache inside you to balance all that rest of life, to find the time to write it and to capture it when it's there. So the notion of writing a book is different from having that inner drive and passion to write it. So I would say if you have that passion, go for it. If you don't have that passion, it would be a very long, hard slog. There was actually a second part to that question as well, because this person had thought maybe this writing would be suitable for children, and had asked a children's writer about that, and they had said no, they didn't think it was suitable for younger children, it was probably for an older age group. So again, I would say don't limit yourself early on. Write what needs to be written, get it out of you, get it down on the page, and then when it's done, see where it's best published, see where the best audience is. Because you have to write what's in your heart and soul first of all. You have to get that down. You have to write from that need to get this truth out into the world. And if you start to think, is it suitable for this audience or that audience too early on, then you're editing yourself before you've even started. So follow your passion, follow your inner voice, follow your inner truth, and let that guide you in your writing. So hope you find that interesting today. Next week I'll be talking about how I find inspiration, and I hope between now and then you might send me a few more questions as well, and I look forward to answering them for you. So thanks for watching today, and until next week, take care.